This is a contest entry for CGC Vinyl Guy. 6 records from when you were 6. Hi, welcome to Garage Geek. Please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to see more content. So as you can see, peeking up, I'm going to show 6 records from when I was 6 years old. I was born in 1968, so that would mean that I was 6 in 1974. So I'm going to show 6 albums from 1974. So the first one is Rush's debut album. Next, we have Linda Ronstadt's Heart Like a Wheel. We have Queen 2. Also, that same year, Queen put out Sheer Heart Attack. Here we have ELO, Electric Light Orchestra's El Dorado. Love this album. Here's Kraftwerk's Autobahn. Now, unfortunately, I don't have the original of this. I had it when I was young. I mean, I didn't have it. An older sibling had it, and I played it to death. And Phaedra by Tangerine Dream. Da-da-da. Those are the 6 albums I chose when I was 6. However, when I first read about this contest, I didn't watch the initial video, and my mind went and started planning on what I would do. And then when I watched the video by CGC Vinyl Guy, I was a little disappointed because I didn't like that contest so much. No disrespect to you, CGC Vinyl Guy. But I started thinking of records that I listened to when I was 6. And I just thought that was so much more interesting because it's more emotional, right? Because I was not listening to this when I was 6. So I don't see emotional connection, right? I didn't listen to this till I was much older. So I'm going to give you 6, not quite records, that I listened to when I was 6 years old. And these all had emotional impact on me. And for the most part, I think I had these as record singles, but not always, I will tell you. Okay, number 1, Donna Fargo's Happiest Girl in the Whole USA.
I'm the happiest girl in the whole USA.
Now, this was released in 1972 when I was 4, so it is definitely possible that my family had the single, and then I played it a lot when I was a kid. And I remember dancing to this, and I've made some comments about this one before in some of my videos. But anyways, great song. Number 2, Christmas with the Chipmunks, which was released in the 60s, so it's definitely possible for my family to have had this, and we listened to it a lot, especially around Christmas. I love the part when David is yelling at Alvin.
Alvin!
Okay! Christmas, Christmas time is near.
Number 3, Band of Gold by Frida Payne. This was released in 1970 when I was 2, so I definitely could have had this as a single by the time I was 6. I remember listening to this song and not really understanding the lyrics, but I knew it was sad. I didn't understand how they could get married and then they wouldn't spend their wedding night together. It didn't make sense to me, but it made me sad. I always wondered why. And so my young mind was trying to grapple with the emotions outlaid in this song.
That night on a honeymoon, we stayed in separate rooms.
Pretty funny. Number 4, and this is my last single record. And this is Arlo Guthrie's City of New Orleans. Now, I don't think I had this single. I might have. I might have heard it a lot on the radio, but every time I heard it, it just sounded so sad to me. And now that I'm older, and I've listened to it many, many times since throughout my life, it is still a very poignant song about the decline of the railroads and a whole way of life, especially for the people who worked and also like the hobos who would jump on and off trains. It's a very sad song overall, and I think I just picked up on that when I was really young.
Riding on the city of New Orleans.
Okay, so the last two are movies that affected me emotionally. I remember these movies from a kid. They had a strong impact. So number 5 is going to be The War of the Gargantuas. Now, this is obviously a really silly movie, but as a kid, I was really impacted. There was a good and a bad, and they were fighting. And, of course, the music is part of what helped me as a child get so involved in the movie. And Mondo just released the soundtrack to this movie on vinyl, and it's gorgeous, but I haven't gotten it because it's so very expensive. And number 6, the final one for this video, is Johnny Sacco and his flying robot. So this was a TV show from Japan, and maybe I watched it as a kid, but I seem to remember it more as a movie. I think they cut up parts of the show and they just made it into a movie. And I remember watching this as a kid, and the ending was just so emotional for me. And years later, I took my nephew to see E.T., and I remember him talking out and saying things that the audience around us was laughing because he was like, "Don't let it happen, don't let it happen," and he was crying, and I remember, right, to children, these things are so real, and I just remember being hit by the emotion of the ending of that show, Johnny Sacco and his flying robot. All right, I don't know if the ending of this video is going to discredit me from entering this contest. That's okay. I don't enter these contests to win. I enter these contests to rule. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Happy birthday, CGC Vinyl Guy. Thank you for putting up this contest. I hope you enjoyed my entry. I'm in no way disrespecting your rules to your contest. I just think mine is better. Thank you so much for watching and supporting.